Hello everyone and welcome to Lovella's Coloring. Thank you all so much for stopping by. I cannot believe that half the year is already gone. The month of May just passed by so fast. There were so many colorings that I wished I was able to get to, but I think that's pretty much how I feel at the end of every month anyways. So in this video, I am going to be sharing with you my completed colorings for May, my whips and books and illustrations that I plan to color in this month, and also a completed diamond painting and my next diamond painting project. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I will go ahead and clear off my desk and I will see you in a second. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with my smallest book to my biggest, and then hopefully I don't forget the one PDF that I did complete. So here I have 100 Hugs by Chris Rydell. This is a book that I want to eventually complete. If there is an illustration in here that I can color for any color alongs in the month, I want to try to get it done. So last month there were a lot of mermaid color alongs, and so I colored this illustration for those several color alongs. One of them here on YouTube was hosted by Elm Colors. I believe her hashtag was Mermaid Color Along 2022. And yeah, so the colors for these mermaids, the pink and the green, I was inspired by another color along by that's hosted by Nirma Coloring and Samways Coloring, and it's supposed to be a woman with her hair that's half pink and half green, but I really love those two colors together, so I wanted to use them on these mermaids. And yeah, very happy with this page. I used the Muji colored pencils. I haven't used those pencils for a while, so I wanted to play with them. I wanted to make sure that I laid enough color for her skin. I really love how her skin looks with the pink, but I wanted to lay a little bit more color down, but I was scared that I might make a hole in the paper because the paper feels too soft for me to use hard colored pencils on. But yeah, I think it's okay, and you can see the shimmer in their hair and on the fin. That is the Zig Wink of Stella. Have some Aeon Art glitter gel pen on the shells and pearls on their hair. Silver Posca on the straps. Have Sakura Stardust and white Posca on their tails here and there. It's hard to see. But yeah, very happy. I like how shimmery it is. So these are my mermaids from 100 Hugs by Chris Rydell. Next, I have 3 completed colorings in the Enchanted Faces Mermaids, Fairies, and Fantasy pocket-sized coloring book, illustrated by Hannah Lynn. And this is another book that I want to eventually complete, so I've been working on it every month. 3 of the colorings in here are all buddy colors. So the first one that I'll share with you is this page right over here, and I'll go ahead and put the colorings up on the screen. This was a group buddy color with 3 lovely ladies, Terry Lynn, Yasmin, and Emma of Emma Colors 2020. They all did gorgeous works on their pages. It's just so much fun seeing everyone's interpretation of the same illustration. So thank you so much, ladies, for doing this fun buddy color. We do have 3 more pages picked out for June, so can't wait to share that one in next month's video. So for my coloring, I did a base of Ohuhu brush markers, which I always do. And then for pencils, I used the Caran d'Ache Pablos. Really love how those pencils color on the Amazon paper. For me, I just like how it looks. And I did mess up on her face. I was using different colored pencils. I can't remember which one, but I ended up erasing the whole thing, so it's a little bit splotchy in some areas, but it's okay. I like how it looks now compared to what it looked like before. So I also added some Sakura Stardust, which you can see shimmering on the fin and her flower petal bralette. Have some white Posca on the tail, water, sky, and clouds. There is a gold Posca for the moon, and I believe that is it. So yeah, so this, I believe she was my first mermaid for Mermaid. And yeah, very happy with this page. My next one was a buddy color with a very beautiful T of T's World of Adult Coloring. I don't think she's completed her page yet. We actually picked out several pages from different books to do as buddy colors, and we just do them whenever we want to complete them. So she finished another page that I haven't started. So this one I completed, but she hasn't. I don't know if she started it yet, but she challenged me to use a certain color palette which had vibrant colors, which I don't usually turn to and use. So I'll go ahead and put the palette up here for you guys to see. I think I could have used more of the brighter pink, but I only used it as an accent for her outfit. But overall, I'm just very happy. I love her hair and the way it looks with her skin, kind of channeling T, because T loves pink. So kind of like, yeah, she inspired me to color this page the way it looks. So yeah, so you can see I did again base it with Ohuhu brush markers. Again, I used the Caran d'Ache Pablos. I used a lot of Sakura Stardust on her hair. You can see that. White Posca on her eyelids to add a little bit more sparkle. And I also used stickles on the star. Hard to see. There's a lot of sparkles. So right there and on her wings. I did use the Kuretake Gansai Tambi watercolors. I used the starry colors to splatter. That's the gold that you see in the background. I was just splattering it everywhere. And then on the whiter portions of her outfit, I used the, I think it's called the opal colors. I call them pearly because they look like pearl colors, but I think it's the opal set. So right over here and on the trim. And yeah, very happy with this page. Very pretty and glittery, like a star girl kind of thing. And then the last page I have to share in this book is this one, which I did as a buddy color with the lovely Terry Lynn. And I'll go ahead and share her page on this side. Love her coloring. She always does a beautiful job on hers, and I'm just so thankful that she's doing buddy colors with me in this book to help me, and also Emma now and Yasmin to complete this book. So yeah, so thank you so much, Terry Lynn. Thank you, T, and thank you to Yasmin and Emma for doing these buddy colors with me. And so for this mermaid, I did the pink and green, and that is for Nirma Coloring and Samway's Coloring. Their color along, I believe it's called hashtag half green, half pink hair girl. I don't know, I forgot. I'll put the hashtag and their names, the people that are hosting it. And yeah, I'm very happy with how it looks. I really love the pink and the green colors together. So again, Ohuhu brush markers with the Caran d'Ache Pablos. Really loving those pencils on this paper. And then white Posca for the bubbles, and then Sakura Stardust. Yeah, on the fin too, if you can see it. Yes. So those are my 3 colorings in the Enchanted Faces by Hannah Lynn. My next coloring is in the coloring calendar illustrated by Grazia Salvo. I have the 2019 version. I believe this is still being sold on Amazon, but there may be a updated one. And yeah, so I want to complete this calendar, so I've been doing an illustration a month. So I did May's illustration, which is this one with roses. I really love this illustration. It's very pretty. So I did do a base of Ohuhu brush markers on the frame, on the roses, and on her skin. And then everything else was done with the Faber-Castell Polychromos. For this portion of the background, I did use the Pebbles Earth Tone pastels. They were a gift from my dear friend Kelly, so I wanted to try them out up here. And then for embellishments, for the roses, actually I used white prismas for the edges and then used the white Uniball Signo to align the edges of the petals. And then these small little flowers here, I used the Ivory Posca and white Posca, and then in the middle is the Aeon Art glitter gel pen. I don't know if you can see the glitter, but I really like how it looks. So yeah, so this is May's illustration for this calendar by Grazia Salvo. My next completed coloring is in the Disney Buddies Carré Mystère. This is by Hachette Hero. It is a color by number French coloring book, and I did the Bambi and Thumper page. There was a prompt to color in Bambi that was hosted by Pixie's Projects. I believe that's her channel name, but I'll put it up here. And so I wanted to color it for her color along. And it's the first time that I've colored in the main characters, and then the background is the cross or the X method. And I really like how it looks, so I'm most likely going to do it again like this. The only thing is, I think I learned my lesson is that with the background, I was using Crayola Super Tips, so I pressed down so it fills up as much of the box to lay down as much color. And I started up here with this dark green, but it was thin lines, and then I was like, oh, I should make it thicker. So like from here on it was all thick, so it looked different, and I tried to correct it, but going over it again, it just made it darker and it didn't even it out or anything. So learned my lesson, just go over it once and just leave it alone. But I did go over this color over here twice because it was too close in color with another one in here, and I forgot which one. I think it was this one. So I went over it twice. It's with water-based markers, and I'm so happy that it didn't go through. And I used 3 different water-based markers. I used the Tombow dual brush marker, the Staedtler double-ended water-based markers, and then the Crayola Super Tips. So I'm so glad I have like all 3, because some colors I'm not able to find in one set, so I'm able to look at another set just to have a variety of colors to choose from. And yeah, so this is my Bambi and Thumper page from the Disney Buddies Carré Mystère by Hachette Heroes. My next coloring is in A Million Magical Creatures, illustrated by Lulu Mayo, and I am so happy I was able to finish this page and enter it for several color alongs. There was a gnome color along, there were a couple of dragon color alongs, and there was one where it's pink flowers with an animal that flies, so dragonflies. So I was all like, yeah. So I was able to enter it for all of those. Plus, it is my first coloring, so I was able to enter this for my color along for the month, which is #May Color Your Horde 2022. And yeah, so very happy that I got this done. So for this page, I used the Mitsubishi Uni colored pencils. I haven't used those pencils for a while, so I wanted to play with them. And for embellishments, I used silver Posca for the umbrella handle, or not the handle, but the rod, and Sakura Stardust. There's a little bit on the horns, on his sleeves and shoes. On the hat is the Sakura Stardust, which I don't know if you can see it, but it's in the white portion. And then I also used the Kuretake Gansai Tambi opal colors. They're like pearlescent, and it's the blue shade. So I colored in the clouds with pencils, the Mitsubishi pencils first, and then with the Gansai Tambi opal color, the blue one, I just went over all of it to make it shiny. And it's translucent, so you can see the colors underneath, and it just gives it a shine. And then I also used it on the raindrops on this page. So yeah, so this was actually also a buddy color with my youngest son, Mason. He saw this book and he wanted to color in it, and I was like, wait, don't touch my book. I'll get you your own. So I bought him his own. And so he started his page, which is right here. And yeah, he didn't get around to finishing it. He kind of like got bored and started coloring another page. But he used crayons and the Crayola metallic on the clouds. He started on the cat, but kind of like stopped. And then so he did finish this page though. And yeah, he gave it a limited palette, kind of, sort of. And then a little Pac-Man ghost with arms. But yeah, I'm just happy that I get to have a little bit of a buddy color, kind of, sort of, with at least one of my kids. So yeah, so that's his coloring, and then my completed coloring in A Million Magical Creatures by Lulu Mayo. My next coloring is in The Way Home by Morgan O'Brien. This book was a Happy Mail gift from the lovely T of T's World of Adult Coloring. I know she saw this on my wish list, and she knows that I am currently in a no-buy for Amazon printed coloring books, and so yeah, she surprised me with this. So thank you so much, T. And I did my first coloring in here, which was for Johanna. That is Jojoza Hana. That's her YouTube name for her color along. And I forgot what the hashtag is, so I'll go ahead and put it up here on the screen. So each month she picks a page to do for her color along, and then for any other pages you can also join her color along. But this is the page that she picked for May for us to do, and I got this done for May the 4th and had it posted that day. Used several different shades of green from the Ohuhu brush markers. Mainly used the Ohuhu markers for this page. A little bit of silver Posca on the ball here and on the hose. On the red portions of this page, I put Sakura Stardust for a little bit of glitter. And yeah, I couldn't remember what the eggs looked like or what color they were, so I just used like as close to like a grayish color. I think this is the Antique Fuchsia from the pastel set of Ohuhu brush markers. And yeah, I'm very happy with how this page looked. I wasn't sure about how I layered Grogu, but I like how it kind of looks like the screen on this tablet is like brightening up his face. So yeah, so this is my first completed coloring in this book, which also counts for my color along, the May Color Your Hoard 2022. So again, this is The Way Home by Morgan O'Brien. So my next coloring is in the Fantasy Landscapes Color by Number book. This one has black background and it is by Color Questopia. And I had this listed under my Color by Number books that I want to make sure I color in and get a couple pages done in it. But I forgot that I already colored in here. But then I remembered why I put it on the list. It's because, you know, this is my first page that I colored and completed last year, and I remember thinking, did I pick the wrong colors or something? And I just didn't understand the reasons why to pick the colors in here. So I put it on the list to try again, and so the page I colored is this one, which I used markers in, and I think it's because it's called fantasy. They're going to use fantastical colors for buildings and mountains and trees and stuff like that. So I'm not a fan of that. I mean, it can be fantasy, but I'm not liking the colors that are chosen for it. So I think going on for this Color by Number book, I'm just going to pick my own colors to color in this book instead of using the colors that were chosen. So yeah, so that is my completed coloring in the Fantasy Landscapes Black Background by Color Questopia. My next coloring is in the Stone Mosaic Color by Number coloring book. This is book 2 by Belba Family. It's my only book by them, and it is one that I am trying to complete this year, and I only have a few pages to finish, and I think if I just sit down and just color each and every one of the page, I might be able to do it in a day or two. But last month I was only able to do 2. I only pulled it out a couple days. So this is the first page that I finished with the anchor and the fish and shells. And the second page is this one. Looks like a jar with a tiger face, I think. And I used the Tau Tree markers and also spree markers to color in this 2 pages. So those are my 2 completed colorings in the Stone Mosaic Color by Number book, book 2 by Belba Family. My next coloring is in the Creative Haven Flower Mandalas coloring book. This is by Marty Noble. This book has black background, and I really like this one. I hope they make more mandala books with a black background, because their backgrounds are flat black compared to like Amazon printed coloring books, where sometimes you get like streaks going down and it totally distracts from the picture, I think. But yeah, so I did 2 colorings in here, and they were both color palettes that I randomly picked using a random number generator. And so for this one, I picked number 62 from the Practical Color Combinations. These are all numbered. Let me show you the page. You can pull it out right there. So this one's number 62, and this one's called Turquoise and Gold. So here are the colors for that. But then they also give you like 2 color combination, 3, 4, 5. So I used one of them, I can't remember, probably like this one, to choose the colors to color in this mandala. So for markers, I used Bic and Sharpie, and then I used one Aeon Art glitter gel pen, which is the lightest color in this mandala. And I'm not sure if you can see the glitter, but yeah, it's there. So that's the first one, and then the second one, I random picked another color palette again. Really love how this one looked, and it was number 4, which is Blissful Spring. Very pretty pastel colors. And then, so I think I picked one of these here. Can't remember which one. Maybe it was this one. I'm not sure. But I just picked the colors, then put it out here. Tried not to get too many different colors, but I used several different markers, Lemon and Ohuhu alcohol markers. I used a couple of Sharpies, and then for the gold, it is the Sakura metallic gel pen. And yeah, very happy. So very fun coloring in this book. This would probably be one that I would want to eventually complete, so this will be in a list for some time in the future, not right now. So this is the Creative Haven Flower Mandalas coloring book by Marty Noble. My next coloring is in the Benny Blue Grayscale coloring book by Christine Karen. This is my first coloring in here, and I colored this very cute bunny, and it's called Tangled, and it was for Jamie's Coloring Love for her bonus prompt for happy birthday. It was her birthday last month, so happy belated birthday, Jamie. And yeah, so this one I just used the Faber-Castell Polychromos, and that's it. Very simple. Didn't want to put too much into it, but it was a lot of fun coloring it. And it's also my first page in this book. So yeah, so this is my cute Benny Blue bunny from Christine Karen. My next coloring is in Johanna Basford's World of Flowers. I did a buddy color in here with the very lovely Sandra, who's known as Colorful Diary 2017 on Instagram, and then Colorful Diary here on YouTube. I'll also have it up here on the screen. So here is my page, and I'll put up the color palette that Sandra challenged me to use for my page, and with those 5 colors I picked 5 different Prismacolors that I tried to closely match with those 5. And yeah, it was a challenge for me because the colors are so close together. I was trying not to make it look like I am using the same colors throughout, and it's a good thing that this is such a small illustration that it wasn't so much details to try to figure out. But yeah, those 5 colors so close, and I hope I was able to make it look like it's, you know, different, like different flowers, not all the same flowers or anything like that. So I'll go ahead and share with you Sandra's coloring of the illustration up above, and then also her color palette that I chose for her to use on her coloring. And she did such a beautiful job. I even love the added stamps that she added of the butterflies. It really brought that whole page together. So thank you so much, Sandra, for doing this buddy color and for this idea to challenge each other with these different color palettes. So yeah, this is the Johanna Basford World of Flowers. Next coloring is in the Fairy Celebrations coloring book by Clara Markova, and I completed my first coloring in this book. This was on a list of books that I wanted to make sure that I color in, so I'm so happy to get a page done in here. I colored it as a buddy color with the very lovely Vamica. Her name on Instagram is Coloring with V, not to get her mixed up with Coloring at V's, who we know here on YouTube. They are 2 different people, but both are beautiful colorists. So I am doing a voiceover right now. If you notice the change in the volume or my voice, it's because I just received a message from Vamica while I was editing that she completed her page. So I'm going to put her beautiful coloring on the screen right now. I want to thank Vamica for asking me to be her first buddy color, and I hope that she had so much fun with it, because it's always a joy doing a buddy color with someone and just seeing both of our different views for that one illustration. So yeah, loving her very vibrant and beautifully colored page. So for my page, yeah, when I first started it, I wasn't sure how I was going to color the rest of this page. I just knew how I was going to do the background, which I started with the Caran d'Ache Neo Color 2s, but it wasn't that smooth, so I came in with the Caran d'Ache Pablos to smooth it out and to darken like this area down here. And then I continue using the Pablos for the rest of the page. I think for the skin, I used the Caran d'Ache Luminance. And yeah, very happy with how it looks. There's a lot of mediums that I used for embellishment. You can tell I used the white Posca for jellyfish, the tail, the wings, her bonnet. And yeah, so because I tried to make them all look see-through, and they are shimmery, so I used the Zig Wink of Stella for that. And I also used the Sakura Stardust on the scales of the mermaid. There is also some gold Posca on the details of the pillows, and I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, very happy with how this page turned out. Like I said, I started off with the background, and I was like, color the green leaves and then color the seahorse, and then trying to decide how I'm going to color the rest. And with the mermaid, I was like, I couldn't pick just one color, so I was looking up mermaid tails, and I saw one that looked like this, so I tried to imitate it and color these mermaids like it. So yeah, I'm very happy with how it turned out overall. And then yeah, I tried to use the colors that I used on the rest of the pages on here, like the pinks and the greens and the blues from the water, yellow from the seahorse and the fish. So yeah, so this is my first completed page in Fairy Celebrations by Clara Markova. And again, many thanks to Vamica for doing this buddy color in our first page in Fairy Celebrations. I have another coloring that I did not post on Instagram yet, which is from the Coloring Heaven Starry Night Special, illustrations by Wei Shan Ong. This is a new one that I have to share in a haul still, but I did a page in here as a buddy color with my dear friend Kelly, who's known as Color Journey with Kelly, and we picked this page to do the Little Mermaid. And unfortunately, Kelly's page got ruined. He did such a beautiful job with like the background here. He made it look like stone, and then the way he colored the water and the tail of his mermaid, just everything was beautiful. And unfortunately, he ended up tearing a hole in the face while he was trying to blend it. And so yeah, so his page got ruined, so I'm not able to share it. He's not going to post it or anything like that. But we've already picked new pages, new books to do buddy colors in, so we're just going to move on from that. So I'm going to share this on Instagram probably after this video. And so this illustration, let me go ahead and zoom in so you can get. Okay, so I'm gonna try so it's not glaring right there. So I based this page with both Lemeshay and Ohuhu brush markers. I did use a little bit of Tombow dual tip markers, I think, for the vines here and the flowers. I also used the Faber-Castell Polychromos to color this page in. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. I did use a lot of embellishments in here. I used Aeon Art glitter gel pens for some of the glitters in her hair, on her tail, Zigwing of Stella, you can see right over here, white Posca, Sakura Stardust on the sky to make it glitter, and then you can see on the frame it is the gold metallic Posca. And did I say white Posca? Yeah, lots of white Posca. I think I also did, oh yeah, Sakura Stardust to do the scales of the tail, and stickles right over here, the stars. So yeah, so this is my Little Mermaid page from the Coloring Heaven. Let me go ahead and zoom out. Again, this is the Coloring Heaven Starry Night Special, illustrated by Weishan Ong. Now I have one more, which is a PDF. My next coloring is this one. The illustration is from an artist on Instagram. Her name is Talis. I'll put up her Instagram name up here. So just in case I say it wrong, Talis.artwork. So she reached out to me on Instagram and asked if I would be interested in coloring in her illustration, and I was like, yes, please, because her illustration is just so beautiful. And then, you know, looking through her gallery of paintings, she's just so talented, and she's only 17. I believe that's what it said on her profile, and just so honored that she would ask me to color in her work. So I hope I did it justice. She said she liked it, so I'm just happy that she did. So yeah, so thank you so much, Talis, for asking me to color in your beautiful illustration. So let me go ahead and zoom you guys in closer. I also want to thank Sofia. She is a wonderful lady who I've been emailing back and forth. She's been participating in my color along, the Color Your Hoard color along. So hers is usually the first colorings in the slideshow because she doesn't have an Instagram, so she sends me her coloring. But she was telling me about the coloring that she turned in April, where she was coloring on tone tan paper, how she felt about using certain pencils, and I believe she loved using Caran d'Ache luminance, so that's what I used for this illustration. And yeah, I just want to thank her so much. Thank you so much, Sofia, for influencing me and inspiring me to finally get out my Strathmore tone tan paper and color on it. I've had this for like almost 2 years already, and I was just hesitant about using it. I don't know why, but talking to her through email, she just, yeah, I was just inspired, and so I pulled it out, printed it, and just enjoyed the process of coloring with the luminance on this paper. It is a lot of layering, but the end result was just so beautiful. So it was a lot of fun seeing it come together. So you can see that the illustration is just the girl with the insects and the palm leaf in the background. So I got that all colored in first, all luminance again. And so for the background, I wasn't sure how I was going to do it, if I was going to just color it all one color or just make it easy on myself, just paint it black or something. But I looked up different beach scenes for backgrounds, and I picked one, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do this one. So this is my interpretation of that picture, and then of the sky, and then of the water by the beach. So yeah, at the end, I'm very happy with the results. And then of course I had to add a little bit of bling with the stickles for the dots all around her. I wasn't sure what I was going to do with that, if I should just cover it, but I decided to just leave it because that was part of her illustration. And so I just put stickles on it to make it shine. And I think the only other embellishment that I used is the beige Posca here. And yeah, that's it. So yeah, so just stickles and the beige Posca, and then Caran d'Ache Luminance. So yeah, so thank you to Talis for creating such a beautiful illustration and asking me to color. And thank you to Sofia for inspiring me to finally color in my Strathmore tone tan paper. So that is my PDF, but I do have one more, so I'll be right back. I forgot I do have another PDF here that I completed, which is this May calendar from Hannah Lynn's Patreon. This is an illustration from last year, so I printed out all of the calendars that I got through her Patreon from last year so that I can color it and put it in my coloring journal to use. Just making sure I'm making use of all of the PDFs that she gives us. And so for this one, I printed it on printer paper and I based it with Ohuhu brush markers and then used the Castle Art colored pencils and pastel tints to color this in. A little bit of white Posca. Also used the, what is that called? Aeon Art glitter gel pen for the border and for the word May, for the apples up here, for the bees. It's hard to see, but yeah. And then here are my goals, which I was able to complete. I tried to make it simple enough where it doesn't feel like I'm not getting anything done, but I did everything. So I did some books to be completed, some books in my series book list, and a couple of PDFs. There is an Asian coloring book, well, the illustrator Wei Shen Ong. I did a Disney book. I have a colored by number book and a mandala book. So a little bit of everything I was able to complete. I also completed a diamond painting in May. I was determined to complete it because it was a Christmas diamond painting and I wanted to start on a new diamond painting project. So I'll go ahead and put up the picture of how it looks like. It is called A Letter for Santa by Daniel Rogers. It is a craftably diamond painting and I did do a post review video for it. If you want to check it out, I'll have it up above. And I hope it's okay that I'm just showing the picture or video because it is too big to show on the screen. And then I am now starting another diamond painting project and I'll go ahead and put the picture of it up here. I did do an unboxing video for that painting and I'll have the link up above too. And it is a painting that I do want to try to get done by the end of summer so that I can get it framed and gift it to my mom when we next see her. So that is it for the diamond painting. I do have a couple whips that I'm going to show, so I'll be back in a second. So I have 3 whips going on in the Enchanted Faces pocket-sized coloring book by Hannah Lynn. So these 3 illustrations are all pages that were picked for the group buddy color with Yasmin, Terry Lynn, and Emma. And so Emma already completed one of the pages, so I was all like, last night I was like, I need to pick colors and just base it so I know what I'm going to color in here. So here is the first of the 3, and I random picked a color palette from the Practical Color Combination book. I bought this, so I was like, I need to make use of this, and so I try to use it as much as I can. I did pick a color palette, but ended up switching it because I wasn't feeling that those colors for this, so I picked another one, which is in page 110. So this is the color palette. It's called Suspenseful Night, which I think would be perfect for this one. So I was just picking colors from here to use on this page. And then for the other two, again, I random pick colors. So the second one that was picked was this one, kind of like a steampunk themed page. I random picked number 45, which is this, and this one is called Thalassotherapy. Very pretty color palette. So I wanted to pick out colors again from here to use on this page. I had to ask my daughter if I should color her hair pink or green, so she helped me out a little bit picking where to use the colors on this page. And then the last one is this page right here, and it's another random generator picked color palette, which is number 12, and it is this one. I don't know if it's called macaroon. Macaroon is with coconuts, right? Macaron. But anyways, this is the color palette. So I am using this in here. I was thinking of, those pink hair with the brown roots, so this is my interpretation of it. I'm not sure. It looks all right on the screen, but I think I need to finish up the rest of it, especially with the butterflies, to see how it all goes together. But yeah, so those are my 3 whips in the Enchanted Faces pocket-sized coloring book by Hannah Lynn. My next whip is in the coloring calendar by Grazia Salvo. So I already showed you what I did in May. I have June started. It's just a base of alcohol markers. I like to do that. Everything that I think I'm going to color in, just base it with alcohol marker. It makes it faster for me to color in. Just pick out the colors and then go in with the pencils and whatever other mediums that I might use. So this one is for June. My whip in the coloring calendar by Grazia Salvo. My next whip is a PDF. I have several PDFs that I've already based. So this illustration is by Lana Green. This is free, that you can get through her website. I will go ahead and leave the link for her website down below in the video description if you'd like to pick this up. I believe she has like 5 illustrations that are free to print and color. So yeah, I wanted to color this one for a color along that's hosted by Samways Coloring. I forgot what the hashtag is, so I'll put it up here, but it gets to do with coloring a guy with lipstick. So I was so excited about that color along, so I wanted to make sure I print this out, and got so into it and started coloring it. So I finished his skin, matched his lipstick to his nails, finished his hair. His hair is done with Faber-Castell, skin and lips done with the Caran d'Ache Luminance. So I'm very happy with how it looks right now. I am pausing with this illustration for now to work on something else, and I'm still debating on what to do with the background. So but overall, I'm happy with how it looks right now. So yeah, I did have a lot of problems printing out this illustration because of the grayscale. So there was a lot of settings that I had to fix for my printer. I'll show you what happened. Let me go ahead and put this aside. So this was my 4th copy. So my first copy is this. It was just on printer paper. And this is, I believe, 300 dpi, so you can see all the dots on the shaded areas, and I was not liking it, so I put it up to 600 dpi, got this, and even though there's no dots, it's like I did not like these little shaded areas, especially on this area right over here on the top part of his cheek. It just made it look muddy. I was using only Faber-Castell polychromos, and yeah, I was not liking that. So I switched the settings to 1200 DPI and then use cardstock, and then it got that, yeah, it just got darker right over here. And I thought maybe if I put alcohol markers it'll go away. No, it did not. Tried to color with polychromos on top, was not liking how it looked. So yeah. But I'm glad that it all ended up getting fixed with my printer. I think it's because I printed this as, I think it was from the PDF version. This was from the JPEG version. So yeah, I'm not sure why now it's not showing that big gray spot, especially on this area right over here. But yeah, so that is one of my whips. I have some PDFs in here. Hold on. That I started. Here is the free illustration from Destiny Lordson that I already based, and I just had to go in and color. Super cute. And then here's another one from Deborah Mueller, her Artsy Girls coloring book. I random picked this page to color. So again, just based with alcohol markers, and I just have to go over it with pencils. And I do have some other PDFs that I want to color in. I do want to try again with the Strathmore tone tan paper, and I have not colored any Mariola Budek illustrations, so I printed this out. I don't know if I'll be able to get to it this month, but I do want to try and color this illustration in, so we will see if I can get to it. So that is it for the PDFs. I do have some books to share that I plan to color in this month. So I have 4 books here that I have buddy colors in. Each of these books I do not have a coloring in, so I can't wait to get started in these and have it done this month, hopefully. So the first one is Disney Portraits by Hachette Hero. I have a buddy color in here with Amanda, who's known as Downey Amanda on Instagram. We plan on coloring Mulan. So yeah, can't wait to get started on this one. The next book is Manic Botanic. This is illustrated by Irina Vinnick. I have the Korean version. I am doing a buddy color in here with T from T's World of Adult Coloring, and this is the page that we picked out to do. She already completed hers last month, no, 2 months ago. She does have videos of herself coloring this in. It was for our color along, the Color Your Hoard color along. She did this as a live, so if you want to check it out, it's on her channel. I'll have her link down below. And yeah, can't wait to get started on this. And then these 2 mythographic books, Paradise and Dream Garden, I have buddy colors with Kelly, who's known as Color Journey with Kelly. So we picked a page in Paradise, which is this one. It's a Japanese themed illustration. So yeah, can't wait to get started on this one. And then in Dream Garden, we have the sunflower page to color in. Yeah, so all 4, I do not have any completed coloring, so they're all going to be for Color Your Hoard. I do have 2 more books that I want to try to get into this month if I can. So first here is Fairy Tales by Emily Ladle Oberg. There is a color along on Instagram to color in her book using graphite tint color pencils. Yeah, or no, just graphite tint. So by Durant. And I have not picked a page yet to do in here. I'm probably going to find one that I can use for another color along on Instagram. And then in Magical Dawn by Hannah Carlson, there is a color along that is hosted by Barbara Color, and it's to color in this illustration right here. It seems simple enough that I feel like I can finish this page, so I do hope to try and get this done this month too. But yeah, we will see. So that is it. These are the books that I do plan to get and color. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all of my completed colorings and my whips and my books that I plan to color in. I am planning to do some more videos this month. Hopefully I can get more out because my sons are going to be starting their summer vacation in 2 weeks. But I do plan to do a color and chat video to update what's been going on here, plans that may be happening in the next few months, which I'll get into then. I want to finish up all my completed series videos. I'm on part 6 that I have sitting here beside me, all the books that are going to be in that video. I just have to make it. I also have my haul video to do. So yeah, all of those videos I want to get to. Is just so busy here and trying to get alone time to do these videos. So I apologize. It's taking me so long to get these done, but I really do appreciate. Thank you guys so much for being patient with me. So I will go ahead and let you guys, I think it's been a while. I don't know how long this video is, but thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I will see you all in my next video. Please take care and keep safe, and happy colorings, my friends. Bye-bye.